Hi there, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to crochet a Kobo sleeve. Of course, you can use this for anything else that you want, a Kindle or a book or a notebook, whatever you like. It's very beginner friendly. All you will need for this is some yarn. Today I'm using some t-shirt yarn, but you can use whatever type of yarn that you like. For reference, my t-shirt yarn is around 4 centimeters in width. So if that helps you to gauge the sizing of your yarn, just remember that thicker the yarn, the bigger the project, as well as your hook. So bigger your hook, the bigger the project. So it's totally up to you, whatever yarn and hook you want to use. But for today, I'm using a t-shirt yarn with a size 10 hook. Of course, you will need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and a few stitch markers. And of course, whatever you're making this for. So I'll be using my Kobo today. So we're going to start with a slip knot. So you want to hold your yarn like this, make a loop, hold on to the loop, go into the loop, grab the long yarn and just pull. And that's your slip knot. Grab your hook and insert and tighten it around the hook. From here, we're going to chain any amount that you want that fits your Kobo or your notebook or whatever you're using. So to begin, we're going to yarn over and pull through the loop. That's one. Again, yarn over and pull through the loop. That's two. And make sure you have a bit of a looser hand because we are going to be crocheting back into these loops and you don't want them to be too tight and hard to work into. So we have two. Again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So keep going until it fits the width of your Kobo or your notebook. So for me, I'm going to stop here. I made 9 stitches and it fits my width that I want. So I'm going to be stopping here, but again, you can make as many chains as you want. You will just follow the rough pattern. You don't have to follow the exact numbers that I'm doing. So whatever number you stop at, this is how you will continue. So as you can see, the front here, the V's, these are your chains. And if we flip in the back, you can see these bumps. And this is what we're going to be working out of. So to start, we're going to skip the very first one, which is where the hook is in, and we're going to go into that second one right here. So you want to take your hook, insert into that bump, and place the first single crochet. So yarn over, pull up loop. Now we have 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, and pull through both loops. And now we have our very first single crochet. I will take a stitch marker and mark this so we know where the first single crochet is. Now before we move on to the next stitches, we're going to place 2 more into that same exact stitch to start creating the oval. You can pull it apart. One here that we already did. Again, take your hook into that same exact stitch and place 2 more. So again, same thing, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through. So now we have 1, 2 stitches in that same stitch. We need 1 more in that same stitch. Insert your hook, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through. Now we have 1, 2, 3. Again, I will take a stitch marker and mark the 3rd stitch. So we have first stitch and 3rd stitch. Now we can move on. So we can go into that next stitch and place just 1 single crochet. So into this next bump, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop. Again, you have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through. And we move on to the next stitch. Insert your hook into that bump, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, and continue into that next bump right here. Insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. So keep placing 1 single crochet until you reach the very last one. And as you can see now, I have just 1 left. And we will do the exact same thing here that we did here. So we will place 3 single crochets into that one stitch. So we have another oval right here. So insert your hook into that last stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. That's your first single crochet of that last stitch. And again, I will take a stitch marker and mark this so we can visually see what we're doing. So 1, we need 2 more into that same stitch. So again, pull it apart, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. And as you can see, your work starts to curl as you go, which is exactly what we want because we're going in an oval. So we have 1 more in that same stitch. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. So that's our 3rd stitch and final stitch. And again, I will place a stitch marker so we can see. So now if you look at your work from the front, you can see we have this round here, and straight, and all that's missing is just stitches here to complete the oval. So we will place 1 single crochet across until we come here. So this side should equal this side. So not including the stitch markers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. And if you look on top here, we also should have 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to start, we'll place our hook into that first stitch. So this is the knot, and as you can see, this is the very first stitch right here, the V. So we're going to take our hook and insert right under that V. I will also take this little tail and just place it on top of my hook so we crochet around it and we don't have to weave it in later. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. And again, next stitch right here, the next V, insert your hook, keep the tail on top of the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. And again, next stitch, insert, keep the tail on top, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. Again, next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, next stitch, yarn over, pull through. And now we have that very last stitch right here. So insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. So everything should equal the same. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 here and 3 here. So now to complete the oval, all we have to do is slip stitch onto that very first stitch that we marked. So don't confuse this as a stitch. This is our very first stitch, which is why it's so good to mark it. So we're going to take out the stitch marker, insert your hook into that stitch where the stitch marker was. We're going to yarn over, pull through, and pull through all the way, making a slip stitch. And now we have completed our base and we can start building upwards. Now for the first row after the base, we're going to be working in the back loops only of the stitches. So we create a ridge-like look on the bottom to separate the look of the bottom to the rest of the case. So for example, instead of going through the full stitch, the full V, we're going to go through the back loop only. So for example, these stitches, instead of going through the full stitch, we're going through only the back loop. The back loop, like this, only for this next row. So the first single crochet we will place for this next row is in the exact same stitch where we did the slip stitch. So as you can see, this V right here is where we did the slip stitch. Right now, we're coming out of here and we will go into that same exact stitch. So you want to take your hook and insert in the back loop only. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops, creating a single crochet. Now I will take my stitch marker and mark this as the very first stitch of the next row, which is the most important to mark so we don't forget. All of these three can come out, or you can keep them for visual reference. And now we move on. So we will go into that next stitch and place one single crochet. So as you can see, this big V, insert your hook in the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through. So that's your second single crochet. Now we'll go into the next stitch right here, the next V. We can take this out, insert back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. And as you can see, your work starts to curl upwards, which is exactly what we want. We're building the height. Now again, next stitch right here, insert back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. Next stitch, so keep making one single crochet, back loops only. You can take this out until you go all the way around, and I will meet you at the very first one that we just started. So I have finished this row, and never mistake this one right here as a stitch. This is a slip stitch from the last row, so we do not put any stitches here. So you can always count back your work to make sure that you have completed your row. So for me, because I had 6, 6, 3, 3, that equals 18 stitches. And because of that, every single row I will have 18 stitches. So whatever number you started with, that's what you will continue with every row. So if you count back your work, these V's, you should have the exact same. So I have 18 stitches all the way around. And to start the next row, we're going to go straight into starting single crochets. So no more slip stitches. And this just ensures that there is no seam that we can see later. We're going to be working in spirals. Now we're going to place our first single crochet into that first stitch where the stitch marker is. So if you pull apart your work, we're not going to go under the V like we usually do. We're going to go straight into that stitch. I'm just going to place my hook and show you. So insert your hook, and from the back, you're coming out from the middle of the stitch like this. So you're just going to yarn over like normal and pull up, yarn over, pull through. I'm going to take off the old stitch marker, and I'm going to place it on the new one right here. Now again, we're gonna go into the next stitch and place a single crochet. So instead of going through this space under the V, we're going through the actual stitch. So these are the empty spaces. We're going inside of this right here. So insert your hook, go through the middle like this. You'll be coming out from the middle like this. This is what it looks like from the inside. And you will complete a single crochet like normal. So pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, and you have your single crochet. So insert into the actual stitch right here. So again, complete your single crochet and go into the next one. So again, keep making single crochets in each of these stitches until we come back to the stitch marker, and I'll meet you here again. And just make sure that you don't skip or add any extra stitches, because we want our work to stay straight and not go outwards or inwards. So always count your stitches and make sure you're not skipping any. And I have this very last stitch left right here before we reach the stitch marker. So insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull So moving forward, you will do the exact same thing. So you just keep making these single crochets and just placing this marker on the first one. So we're not doing any more slip stitches or joining the rows. We're just doing continuous rounds until you reach the height that you're happy with. What I mean by this is to continue, you will take off the stitch marker and we will place that first single crochet of this row like normal. So single crochet, and just make sure you put the stitch marker back on to the first stitch we just made. So now this is the first stitch of this next row, and we just keep going. So next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, go all the way around until you come back here again. Do the exact same thing. So continue and just keep placing this on the first stitches of each row, so you never lose count. Once you're happy with however many rows that you want to do, I will meet you at the end to finish off. And also, once you keep going, it's easier to see where we're placing these stitches because they look like V's like this, and we're going exactly in the middle of that V like this, and on the other side coming out of the middle of the other side of the V like this. So I hope that helps to see where you're placing these stitches. So I'll actually be stopping here. I made around 10 rows, but again, you can make as many rows as you want. So once you're finished, the very last stitch before the stitch marker, all we're going to do is cut off the yarn, leave a bit off because we're going to use this to weave it in. And what we're going to do is just pull the yarn through like this, and now you're left with a tail. Now I'm going to put this tail on a yarn needle like this. And now with this needle, we're going to make what's called an invisible stitch to finish off the case. So we're going to go into the stitch where the stitch marker is. I'm going to go through right under the V like this. So insert and just pull through. And now I'm actually going to go back into the stitch where we came out of. So if I make it loose and show you again, we're coming out of this stitch, and I'm going to go into the middle of this stitch right here. So make this tight. We'll go back into the stitch, and if you look at it from the inside, we're also going to not only come out of here but also grab this stitch. So just pull through and come out, and as you can see on top, it creates an illusion that there's a stitch because it looks like a V. And that's it. So all that's left to do now is to hide the yarn. So I'll just go on the inside and go through any of these stitches and just try to hide the yarn. So I'll just go through right here and just pull, and I will go along these stitches right here and pull, and I will just go back up the same way. Just skip the very last stitch so you don't unravel your work, and just go back. And once you feel like your yarn is secure enough, all you do is just cut it off at the very bottom. And you're finished. This is your Kobo case, Kindle case, whatever you made this for. And you could also customize it like this or any other accessory that you want. All I did was put the yarn on a yarn needle and just pull it through the front loops and just tie it into a bow, nothing else. So this is it. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful.